10 reverse psychological laws for power. Do you want to know how to get people to do what you want? It's actually not as difficult as you might think. There are few psychological laws that can be used in reverse to manipulate people in doing what you want. In this video, I am going to discuss 10 of these laws and give some example of how they can be used. By understanding and using these laws, you will be able to get more out of your relationships, achieve your goals, and get anything you want. The first step: pretend like you are not interested even if you are. This is the greatest way to get someone's attention. If you act like you don't care, they will be drawn to you and want to know more. Pretending to be disinterested can also make the other person feel more comfortable around you. They won't feel like they have to put on show or perform for you. This technique can be used in dating, business, or any other area where you want to create a connection with someone. For example, you are at a networking event and you see someone you would like to talk to. Instead of going up to them and starting a conversation, pretend like you are not interested. They will be automatically coming and talking to you. And the second step: if it is a cash, people want it more. It's really fact. This is a reverse psychological technique that you want can use to get people to do what you want. If you offer them something that they really want, they will be more likely to do what you want. For example, if you are trying to get someone to do a favor for you, offer them cash. They will be more likely to do it because they want the money. Give and take role. In every relationship, there is a give and take. One person gives and other person takes. If you want to be in a position of a power, you need to be the one who is giving. This doesn't mean that you have to give all the time. But if you are always taking, the other persons will start to feel restlessful and they will be eventually take their power back. To keep the power in your relationship, make sure that you are giving more than you are taking. And the fourth point: rightfully wrong. Do you want ever find yourself in a situation where you are right, but you know that if you tell the other person they are wrong, they will get defensive and not listen to you? This is a common occurrence in relationships. If you want to be more in a position of power, you need to be able to tell the other person when they are wrong without them getting defensive. The best way to do this is to start by agreeing with them. For example, I know you think that I am wrong, but this will make them more open to hearing what you have to say. Once you have their attention, you can then tell them why they are wrong in a way. This is respectful. By using this technique, you will be able to get your point across without the other persons getting defensive. And the fifth point: people want to be consistent with the past commitments. If you can get someone to commit to something, even if it is small, you will be able to get them to do bigger things in the future. This is because people want to be consistent with the past commitments. Once they have committed to do something, they will be feel obligated to do it. You can use this technique by asking someone to do a small favor for you. Once they have done it, you can ask them to do something bigger. And the sixth point: People look for social proof, give them what they want. When people are not sure what to do, they will look to others for guidance. This is called social proof. If you can provide social proof, you will be able to influence the other person's decisions. For example, if you are trying to get someone to buy a product, you can show them that other people have bought it and they are happy with it. So the person will be more likely to buy it as well. You can also use social proof to get people to do a favor for you. If you can show them that other people have done it, they will be more likely to do it as well. Seventh point. Everybody loves changes. Seventh point. Everybody loves challenges. People love challenges. If you can give them a challenge, they will be more likely to do what you want. For example, if you are trying to get someone to do a favor for you, you can tell them that it will be a challenge. They will be more likely to do it because they want to see if they can actually do it. You can use this technique to get people to do any task that you want. By telling them that it will be a challenge, they will be more likely to do it. And the eighth point, the power of authority. People tend to follow the lead of people in position of authority. If you can position yourself as an authority, you will be able to influence the other person's decision. For example, if you are trying to get someone to do a favor for you, you can tell them that you are an expert on this subject. They will be more likely to do it because they will be trusting on your opinion. You can also use this technique to get a people to do any task that you want. By telling them that you are an expert, that they will be more likely to do it. Ninth point, use the power of scarcity. If you want to influence the other person's decision, you can use the power of scarcity. This means that you want to make it seem like there is a limited supply of what you are offering. For example, if you are trying to get someone to do a favor for you, you can tell them that there are only few people who can do it. They will be more likely to do it because they will want to be one of the few people who can do it. You can also use this technique to get people to do any task that they want. By making it seems like there is a limited supply, that they will be more likely to do it. And the last point, use the power of reputations. Another way to influence the other person's decision is to use the power of repetition. This means that you are repeat what you want them to do over and over again. For example, if you are trying to get someone to do a favor for you, you can keep asking them to do it. The more you ask, the more likely they are to do it. You can also use this technique to get people to do any task that you want. By repeating it, they will be more likely to do it. In conclusion, by using these reverse psychology techniques, you will be able to manipulate people and get them to do what you want. Just remember to use them in a way that is respectful and not harmful. If you do, you will be able to get anything that you want. Do you have any experience with using this reverse psychology? Share your stories in the comment below. Thank you. Are you still watching? There are some real life scenarios for you. Scenario 1. Real life scenario for pretend like you are not interested even if you are. There are two friends who named Karan and Lily. Karan is always talking about Lily to her other friends, and she is always trying to get Lily's attention. However, Lily does not seem interested in Karan at all the time. One day, Karan decided to pretend like she is not interested in Lily anymore. She stops talking about her and starts talking to other people more. Suddenly, Lily becomes interested in Karan and starts talking to her more. By pretending to disinterest, Karan was able to get Lily attentions and create a connection with Lily. And the second life scenario is, if it's cash, people want it more. If your office colleague asks you to do a favor, offer him a cash, he will be more likely to do it because he wants the money. By offering something that the other person really wants, you are more likely to get them to do what you want. Another life scenario for, if it's cash, people want it more because cash is more important. You are trying to get your friend to help you move. You know that she is really busy, but you offers to pay her $100 for her time. She agrees to help you because she wants the money. By offering cash, you are able to get your friend to do something that she may not have otherwise done. And the third life scenario is for you, there is give and take role. A husband and wife are arguing about who is about to take out the trash. The wife says that she will take it out, but the husband says that he will do it. The wife agrees to let the husband take out the trash, but she makes sure to do something nice for him later. By doing something nice for her husband, the wife is able to maintain the power in their relationships. There is another example for give and take role. You are always asking your friend for favor, but you never do anything for her. She starts to feel restless and eventually she stops doing favor for you. By not giving anything back, you have lost the power in your relationship. It's important to remember that relationships are give and take policy. If you want to maintain the power, you need to make sure that you are giving more than you are taking. This is a combination between the first and second scenario, speaking about the give and take role. And we are jumping to the next scenario is, people want to be consistent with the past commitments. Raju works as a doctor. He often sees patients who are struggling to make changes in their lives. They may be try quit smoking or to lose weight or to manage their diabetes, and so they come to me for help, but often these patients have already tried to make these changes on their own and failed. Why? One of the biggest reasons is that people generally want to be consistent with a past commitment they have made. If someone has told themselves for her that they are a smoker, it can be very difficult to suddenly start acting like a non-smokers. Similarly, if someone has been eating unhealthy food for most of their lives, it can be hard to switch their healthy diet. In order to make a lasting changes, if it is often necessary to a change not behavior but also our self-image, only then can we start seeing ourselves in a new light and making the choice that are the consistent with our new identity. People look for social proof. Give them what they want. Have you ever been at a party where you didn't know anyone and felt awkward? Or been in a new city and not known where to go for dinner? We've all been there. Humans are a social creature and we often look to other cues and how to behave in a new situation. This tendency is known as a social proof, and it can play a powerful role in influencing our behaviors. Marketers have long been aware of the power of social proof, and they often use it to their advantages. For example, have you ever noticed how restaurants often place their best selling dishes at the top of the menu? By doing so, they are hoping to capitalize on the social proof dinners. Will see that these dishes are popular and being more likely to order them. Similarly, online reviews can be form of social proof. We are more likely to book a hotel or buy a product if it is positive reviews from the other consumers. So next time you are following lost uncertain, just remember that you are not alone. We are look to others for guidance even from this time to time, and who knows, you might even end up being the one giving social proof to someone else.